Hello there gorgeous gamers, and welcome back to Pure Play TV, and we've got a review for Drug Dealer Simulator, which is out now on Xbox Series XS and should be coming to PS5 later this year. The sequel is already slated for 2026, so it'll happen soon. But should it? Is this one sim too far, or does it keep you coming back for more? Watch on and find out. In the wild and wacky world of simulation games, you can do just about anything these days. Run a medieval tavern? Done it. Power wash driveways? Absolutely. Be a goat? Naturally. But now I find myself in uncharted territory, exploring the high stakes and extremely sketchy underworld of narcotics in Drug Dealer Simulator. Yeah, that's right, someone looked at the booming sim genre and thought, you know what this needs? Cocaine. And that's exactly what you get. You simulate the life of a lowly street dealer with big dreams, a backpack full of contraband, and the moral compass of a wet paper towel. You start at the bottom, literally hustling out of a dingy apartment and slinging rocks to local crackheads. As you gain more respect, you unlock more areas in which to peddle your wares. It's basically The Sims if everyone was unemployed, on probation, and kept asking if you could spot them till Friday. The premise is simple and the gameplay loop is pretty straightforward. You check your sketchy laptop, take some deeply suspicious text orders, cook up your stash like a discount Gordon Ramsay, and then hit the streets to spread chemically induced joy. Occasionally you'll throw out some free samples like it's Costco for criminals, and slowly build up your customer base. It's capitalism with extra felonies. But as you progress, things do get a little more entrepreneurial. You start experimenting with product cuts to stretch those sweet grams. Baking soda, sugar, the usual suspects. And yes, I tried it, and no, I'm not proud. But listen, it's all about margins. This is economics, illicit edition. If I ever found out my real life dealer was pulling these shenanigans, I would be furious. But then I would shrug and say, fair play dude, that is the market. Thanks Trump. Now the big question is it fun? That is a tougher pill to swallow than a mystery tablet in a nightclub toilet. On paper, the loop sounds entertaining. There's danger, there's strategy, there's nighttime stealth where you have to avoid the cops and dart between alleyways, but in practice, not so much. The game does have its moments. I'd be lying if I said I didn't crack a smile reading the messages from the digital junkies, because some of them are eerily similar to messages I've sent in real life, and the terminology surprisingly on point. There has clearly been some research done here, but probably not the kind that would pass ethics review, but still, points for authenticity. However, novelty wears off fast. Once you've done your rounds a few dozen times, the excitement does fade. The world is grimy in a ran out of budget kind of way, not a run down kind of way. The characters are lifeless. The city feels like a cardboard cutout of a bad neighbourhood, and the progression system, while present and functional, never really hooked me. I didn't care about my skills. I didn't feel compelled to build my empire. I didn't even want to finish my shift. Which, ironically, is exactly how I felt at every job I've ever had, so maybe the realism is working too well. After a few hours though, I did find myself not asking what next, but why am I still playing? And if a game about running from cops, dealing drugs and making fast cash can't excite me, then something is seriously off. It's not all bad, of course. There's a certain dark charm in how Drug Dealer Simulator embraces its absurdity. It doesn't try to be Breaking Bad or GTA, it knows what it is, a low-budget, slightly janky experience that lets you roleplay as the world's least charismatic drug baron. If that sounds like your thing, you may find some enjoyment here, especially after a few hits of your own, creativity enhancers. But for me, the thrill just wasn't there, enhanced or not. I never felt the urge to pick the controller back up once I put it down, and I didn't feel immersed in the seedy underworld. I just felt like I was doing chores in a very sketchy neighbourhood, so if you're looking for a simulation that truly pulls you in, maybe skip this one. My honest advice? Text your actual dealer, get yourself elevated to a higher plane of existence, and do literally anything else on this sweet earth. And that is the end of this review. Thank you for watching. I hope you managed to do it sober. If not, well, there's always tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, do us a solid and hit the like and subscribe buttons below, and give the bell icon a ding so you never miss when I'm dealing out new videos. I've been Chris, you've been gorgeous, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, cheers my dears.